Hey guys, what is up? This is Jones from The Jones Show, bringing another video here today, and today I'll be giving you the best guns in order from the alpha in order to help you for the beta of Cold War that comes out tomorrow for PS4 digital pre-orders. I do want to get this out of the way, guys. I do stream on Twitch Monday, Thursday, and Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Alright guys, now on to the video. Now, I want to say this before I do start the video. Obviously, these are all my opinion. I'm just trying to give you a guide to help you guys in the beta that is actually, getting ready to come out. These are all my opinion. I just try to give you guides to help you guys so you can have success in the beta that is coming out tomorrow for PS4 digital pre-orders, and obviously there's a couple more weekends that are open for all Xbox, PS4, and PC players. Alright guys, and I'm only going to review the assault rifle and the submachine gun class just because of the fact that the majority of the population that plays COD only uses these classes, so it's just going to be from the assault rifle category and the submachine gun category. Alright guys, on to the first gun on the list. Alright guys, first gun on my list, and I'll be ranking these from the worst to the best guns. So if you're first on the list, it's obviously a bad thing, and that is the Type A21. The cons that I have for this gun is I know that it is a sub, but it seems to struggle even more from medium ranges than a sub should. It also seems that you need more bullets to kill somebody from even a short distance. So the reason why it's at the bottom of my list is the cons make it's just not a very powerful gun, and that's why it's at the bottom of the list. It's just because it's a very, very weak sub, and I know subs are supposed to be weaker than ARs, but this one is exponentially weaker than the other subs on this list. Now, to go into the pros for this gun, it has fantastic mobility. It allows you to maneuver around like a sub player would, and it lets you utilize your movement to get an advantage into a gunfight. So even though it does have small damage or low damage, it also has great mobility, so it lets you maneuver around the map and get you in a position where maybe you can win the gunfight with this gun. Alright guys, on to the next gun on the list. Alright guys, next gun on the list, and that's the AK-47. Now the cons for this gun is the accuracy of this gun. That's what makes it lower down on my list. You can 110% get away with this from close range, but at longer distances, it does struggle to keep under control. Obviously, not every single gunfight's going to be like that. Some gunfights, you can keep control of the gun, you can get your kill. But the majority of the time, when you're from longer distances, it does struggle to be very, very accurate. So that's why it's lower down on the list. Now, the pros of this gun. The damage on this gun is very high. It's just like the AK-74 that we've seen in very, previous CODs. It's always high damage. I caught myself getting kills quickly when using this gun, especially in the medium range engagements. The AK-47 is just like any other standard AK, like I said before, of any Call of Duty. It has very high damage output and very low accuracy, or at least lower than average accuracy. Okay, guys? Alright gang, on to the next gun, and that is the MP5. Alright, going in, starting on the cons. This gun struggles with damage at sometimes in medium and longer range gunfights. It obviously doesn't struggle as much as the Type 821 does, but it still does struggle. And it also isn't as nimble as the 821, I would think. I think the 821 has a little bit better mobility than the MP5 itself, but it does have still mobility nonetheless, but it is not as nimble as the 821. That's the two cons that I have for this gun. Now, moving on to the pros. Accuracy is very high on this gun. If you put the gun aimed where you want it and you pull the trigger, it's going to go there. It is extremely accurate, and it does have more success in medium and long range gunfights than the Type A21 does, and it makes it a very viable option for sub players to use. That's the biggest pros of this, is the accuracy of this gun, and obviously has a way better time to kill than the Type A21 does. Alright guys, on to the next gun. Alright gang, moving on to the next gun, and that is the XM4. Now to start on the cons for this gun, accuracy struggles from long distance engagements. Seems that sometimes it's hard to get really pinpoint accuracy from these long range engagements. Seems that maybe the idle sway of the gun kind of goes back and forth more than other ARs, and sometimes it does seem inconsistent with damage at longer range gunfights as well. So sometimes it seems like you kill somebody very fast, other times it seems that it takes a while for you to kill them. It's very sometimes inconsistent from long range gunfights. Haven't noticed it with medium and short range gunfights, but definitely in long range gunfights. Now, going into the pros of this gun has amazing mobility for an AR. It can get you out of bad situations, even if you're holding AR, just based on how good your movement is. And it's better to get caught in a small range gunfight because it has great accuracy for medium and short ranges, and obviously the mobility makes this a great AR to get caught in short range engagements. Usually ARs aren't very mobile, so if you're caught in a short range engagement, it's not very good. This one totally blows that out of the water. If you're caught in a small range engagement, then this gun will help you get out of it just based on its good movement speed and its accuracy from short and medium ranges. Alright guys, on to the next gun. Alright gang, moving on to the next gun, and that is the Krig 6. Now the cons for this gun struggles with close range gunfights because its mobility is the weakest out of any AR that I use, even besides the AK. Even the AK has better movement speed than the Krig 6. That's one of the biggest cons that I have for this, is movement speed is absolutely horrible with this gun. Now to go into the pros, has acceptable damage from every single range, has pinpoint accuracy from long range, and that's why in my opinion it's better than the XM4, is because from long range engagement this gun is an absolute laser. This gun does an excellent job of what an AR should be able to do, and that is accurate for long range engagements and medium range engagements and acceptable damage to take down those tasks. Alright guys, now on to the last and best gun going into the beta tomorrow. Alright gang, on to the last gun on the list, and that is without a doubt the AK-74U. The cons for this gun, there are not many cons for this gun. The only con that I can say is you could improve the mobility of this sub a little bit, but that is being extremely critical of the gun. The gun in the alpha was absolute cheat code, and that is the only con I could really find, and that's being extremely critical of the gun. It could have a little bit better movement speed, but like I said, that's being extremely critical. Now, to go into the pros of this gun is accurate at every single range, short, medium, long, it does not matter. It is successful at every range and has the best damage out of any sub on the list, and you could actually argue it has the best damage out of any AR. It was actually a cheat code in the alpha and it was completely broken. This gun is number one on the list because it can pull double duty. It can do anything from long range engagements to short range engagements. It has great movement speed, great time to kill, great accuracy. It is an extremely good gun. Alright guys, now if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to stop and like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications for my video. Guys, I do want to say I do stream on Twitch. Link will be in the description below. And you guys have a great one. Enjoy the beta if you pre-ordered the digital version on PS4 tomorrow. And I'm out. Peace.